What's up, Roxstars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with a review for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Season 3, Episode 1, the very beginning, you guys. Were you excited for the new episodes? I wasn't excited. I wasn't against it, but it looks like Hollywood is going to take over Atlanta. They got quite a bit of drama going on this season, I can tell. But anyway, you guys, let's get to it, shall we? So the show opens with your boy Ray J and Princess taking engagement photos.
You know, I never thought that I would see the day, but here it is. Your boy Ray J is a changed man. I got the most incredible woman by my side is Princess Love. Through the good and bad times, she been riding for me, and now it's time for me to turn the page and spend the rest of my life with her.
Princess won, you guys. She says she never thought that they would be there, but you know what? She's a fiance now. This isn't my fiance hand. So it's all good, except for one thing. Mama Sonia Norwood. And honey, when I tell you Mama Sonia Norwood ain't got time for the bullshit today, I mean something. She's all fucking annoyed. She's like, put this fucking Beetlejuice wig on and go tell these fools something. I was just like, that wig is horrible. It's so... What is it? I mean, you know, we talked bad about the Jerry curl wig, you know, because it was about 4 bundles too much. But I guess Sonya said she gonna step it up a notch for this season. So she was just like, let me talk to you for a second. He's like, Moms, you like the shoot? She was just like, yeah, it's fine. The only thing missing now is the prenup.
I don't feel like right now is the time to just be like, baby, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, but sign this prenup.
He don't want to do it, but honey, Sonya was just like, listen, if it all works out, then we ain't even got to worry about nothing, right? So what's the big deal? You gonna sign this paperwork? Absolutely you are. Okay, that's all I got to say about that. She came that damn paperwork and walked the fuck off.
Now, you know, this didn't put a whole lot on Ray J's heart. Ever since Moms told me about the prenup, I've been bugging out. I mean, Moms is right. Me and Princess do have to have some kind of understanding. But damn, we ain't even had the engagement party yet.
And... baby, no time likes the present. So he brings it up when him and Princess is getting some work done on their car. You know, what you think about a prenup? She was just like, well, who said we needed one? You or your mom?
She mentioned it to me, but I feel like we need something. She mentioned it to me, but I feel like we got to get to the bottom of something just in case.
She was like, just in case what? So now you saying that it's not going to work out? Okay, let me tell you something about your motherfucking mama. Your mama need to stay in her lane, okay? She need to stay in her place. If she don't keep on trying to interrupt in our relationship, then you know what? I'm going to call this whole motherfucking wedding off. I was just like, Princess girl, let me tell you something. Okay, I'm sure you cute. You done had your relationships with your rich men. You got your little bit of something, you know, this fashion line or whatever and whatnots. But baby, you ain't got Norwood money. And you is a fool if you think that his mama is going to let your ass walk down some damn aisle and say, I do, with all of the drama. Sonya laid it out for us. Jail, arguments, fights, all of this. Okay, baby, don't think that you fixing. You ain't bringing the same shit to the table that that brother Ray J is doing. So, yeah, no. You can call shit off all you want. As long as Mama Norwood is around, baby, it ain't going down. That wedding will be off. I don't give a fuck how old Ray J is. But Ray is still conflicted.
To go against my mom and the woman that I love is a problem. And it's emotional. To prenup or not to prenup? That's the question.
That fucking Ray J is so damn dramatic. He just loved this kind of shit here. I know one thing, boy. You better listen to Mama Sonia Norwood, okay? Beetlejuice knows best. So Moniece and Fizz have moved in together. And Fizz says it's because it was a gas leak, so it was an emergency. You know, this is temporary. I was like, I bet you the fuck it is, Mona. You be trying it. They laying down the ground rules as they live together, okay? She tells him he can't bring no hoes over. He tells her that she can't walk around with her puss all out on display. Seems reasonable enough. She tells him that he can't bring that old mini teeth mouth Max and his old barking Pomeranian Brandi over to the house, okay? She don't have no words for them. He said, you know what? You need to drop that shit. It's ridiculous. All this Twitter thugging y'all be doing back and forth. And she was like, nigga, I said what I said. it. So Fizz, he done had enough of Moniece already. He want to go meet with his baby Nikki, okay? So he can lust and drool and stare her down like he always does. Every time he look at her, I just be like, ugh, he's so creepy. Like, he is the type of dude, and there's a whole bunch of them in LA. When you be at the club and they just be looking you up and down like, so what your name is? Bitch, it's Michelle. That's always been my name. But yeah, he just gross. He just, so when he's talking to you, you don't even be thinking about me. You don't even be calling me no more. I was like, nigga, when people don't call you and they don't think about you, what you think that mean? You look like a fucking simp sitting up here begging her for her attention. And Miss Nikki, baby, well, I just feel like it's time for us to, we just get to know each other a little bit better, We didn't say nothing about us being serious or anything, It was just like, we was just going to have fun and like see if we can catch a vibe. I still can't believe that they trying to hoist this relationship on us. I was just like, Nikki baby would fucking break Fizz's little skinny ass. He would get caught up in her booty crack. But whatever, She's telling him, he act like, he want to be serious. Did you want a key? He was like, yeah, I want a key. And she was just like, okay, I'll give you a key. You give me a key. He was just like, wait a minute. Didn't you just say we was doing baby steps? So he starts to backpedal. And she was just like, okay, that's fine. Baby steps or whatever. As long as you ain't with no chick, you ain't living with no chick or whatever, right? He doesn't never answer her. But I guess she assumes that he's not. Speaking of Nikki baby, she says that life is real good. She's having this kickoff party for her casual line and her lingerie wear. Okay. And the gang's all here. She'd invited all her girls down there and they all there celebrating this around the pool. Everybody dressed up like they're going to a fucking club. But hey, that's neither here nor there. Brandi is there. Nia is there. Shanda. That's Willie Taylor's wife. Speaking of Shanda, didn't she look different this season? Like, what's going on with her? I couldn't put my finger on her, but I was just like, she don't look as put together as she did last season. See what Love and Hip Hop do to your ass? But whatever. They talking, everybody's talking. Nia say she still with Soulja Boy. I was like, you's a stupid ass, but we'll get to her another time. Oh yeah, she's having a mommy event with Moniece. Well, Brandi doing what she does best, making big deal out of nothing. Brandi was just like, I'm not coming. At first she said she's not coming. Then she think about it. She was like, no, you know what? Maybe I will come because I got a bone to pick with that fucking Moniece. She's all dramatic about, what happened with her and Moniece up in New York. Tierra walks up. Tierra also says that everything is good in her life. She happy or whatever. Brandi was just like, yeah, I want to talk to that Moniece. Okay, because she was talking about my son. She threatened my son. Let me read to you what she said. She goes on to read the shit. I was just like, ain't nowhere in that conversation, at least what we heard, did Moniece threaten her child. But see, like I said, bitch be making mountains out of molehills. She just always got to blow shit up. Miss Nikki baby over there co-signing on the bullshit. Oh, it's just, there's lines and boundaries and, you should never talk about somebody's child. Bitch, she ain't said nothing about that damn child. Tierra was just like, I don't know why you guys all have to fight all the time. Brandi was just like, when I see that bitch, I'ma handle it. Tierra was like, fine, girl. If you gotta handle it, do what you gotta do. Okay, whatever. So the mommies and mimosa brunch. Again, the girls is there. Moniece, she just kind of slick looking at the side like, here comes Brandi. Nia, I guess she's trying to be the peacemaker. I was just like, shut up, Nia. Worry about your stupid ass boyfriend. Okay, but anyway, she was just like brings Moniece over to the group. Brandi, Shanda, Nikki, some other people there. And Moniece was just like, wow, I'm surprised I even get to be here considering I'm such a bad mother. And then Brandi was just like, well, bitch, you was talking shit about me on Instagram and Twitter. I don't know what kind of mama you are because I don't know you guys. So I don't comment on what kind of mother you are. However, you felt the need to talk about me and what I do as a mother with my child, so she trying to talk some logic to Brandi stupid ass, I deserve an apology and I'm not leaving here till I get it. I said, bitch, it'll be a cold day in hell if it was me. But Moniece takes the more mature route. She was like, listen, I wasn't trying to do anything to your child. Okay, I was talking to you. If you felt like I was trying to talk to your child, then I sincerely apologize. But bitch, I'm not apologizing to you for nothing and I'm not asking nothing in return because I know your ass don't mean it. It was kind of funny because Moniece kind of diffused that Brandi was trying to make the shit bigger than it needed to be. But like I said, that's Brandi. Okay, just a old yipping Pomeranian. Since we gonna be peacemakers around here, Tierra also says she feels bad that Nikki baby and Moniece, they had that big blow up over Rich. Wasn't really a blow up over Rich, okay? Nikki's slick ass went and told Rich what happened when Moniece told Fizz how she felt about him. I mean, yeah, Moniece shouldn't have did that shit with Fizz, but Nikki was being nothing but messy. So Moniece, you know, she come down there and she's like, you know, she appreciates Tierra for doing what she do. But let me tell you one motherfucking thing. This bitch botched Barbie tried some shit with me. I'ma rip off her damn legs and arms. Okay, and I have no reason to believe that Moniece couldn't do that. Crazy bitch. That bitch got crazy strength. Even as little she is, honey. And that fucking Nikki, all that fucking surgery, even her face looks different this season. I was like, she needs to stop on it because now everything just looks cartoonish. They sit down, they talking. Again, Moniece takes the more mature route and says, you know what? You know, that shit that happened, you know, Rich was looking for a way out. What you told him that I said to Fizz, obviously that was his opportunity to get the hell out of Dodge, so I'm not mad. Bygones be bygones. So they come to an agreement on that. Then Miss Nikki baby, well, you know, since we gonna all be together, you know, because me and Drew are trying to work everything out and try to be together and everything, so, you know, we're not really sure what we doing, so at the end of the day, you know, it'll work better if we just, like, you know, cordial to whatever. Moniece was just like, oh, so you guys trying to work it out, so why he didn't move in with you? Why he moved in with me? Nikki was just like, what? She ain't gonna never let another bitch see her sweat. But she gonna have a fucking conversation with Fizz. How you gonna move in with this bitch when I specifically asked you if you moved in with some other chick? Moniece was just like, but listen, slow your roll. I'm not trying to be with Drew. We not in a couple relationship or nothing like that. However, I do want the nigga's sperm. Because I want my baby to be by him. I want my babies to look alike. I want them to have the same last name, have the same baby daddy, okay? And this is the fucked up logic that a lot of black women in our community have. Not all of them, but a good amount of them. I've even had friends that have said stupid shit like this. Like, you don't get along with the nigga at all, but you want to have a baby with him because you want them all to have a... What the fuck sense does that make? I mean, you had drama with the one you got. Motherfucker don't come pick him up. Little man be at the fucking window all day and night looking for his daddy. Nigga don't show up. You can't even get the motherfucker to call on birthdays and holidays. But you trying to have another one? What the fuck is the matter with y'all? We gotta do better. Tierra was just like, what the fuck? I mean, why you can't meet somebody else and have a baby? No, she don't want to do it that way. Tierra was like, look, I can't with Moniece, child. I thought she was okay, but obviously she ain't got no good damn sense either. So now we get the required argument, you know, that will break up Nikki and Drew so that we can usher in the new storyline of Rosa, Costa, and Safari. Okay, that's right. Nikki is now gay for pay, the bisexual edition. So she give him the speech, you know, I'm a boss bitch, and you know, I only deal with like boss dudes, and you know, you're not a boss dude, like take care of yourself. Like, why are you staying with Moniece? Oh, you all upset about where I'm staying? Okay, first of all, the shit was temporary if you watch the news. But that don't even matter right now because we not serious. So why I got to tell you what's going on in my fucking life? That shit is personal. You don't need to know. You on a need to know basis. But I tell you what, if you ever make me a priority, then I will tell you what's going on in my life. Okay, other than that, you ain't knowing shit. She said, fine. Okay, don't no man play me. So then she goes on a little bit further. Okay, and she was just like, well, your girl told me, you know, that she wanted to have your sperm because she wanted to have a baby by you. So I got you this. And she pulls out this onesie. He was just like, get that to your nephew. He don't want that shit. So that was supposedly the dramatic ending to the relationship of Miss Nikki baby and Fizz. We ain't believe that shit anyway. And lastly, you guys, Shanda and Willie Taylor. Child, they done fucked around and gave Willie Taylor a leading role in Chocolate City 2, old bootleg ass movie. This must be the scrawny man's edition. I mean, Willie is still cute as can be. He is a fine something or the other, but he little, y'all. He little. Don't let the TV cameras and them muscles fool you. I wouldn't kick the nigga out of bed, though, if I was single. Anyways, y'all, they happy and apparently have switched places. Okay, that's right. Shanda now wants to sing. You ain't heard shit about this child being a singer. Did we hear about that last season? Maybe we did and I don't remember. But she wants to sing and old Willie Taylor is a stripper. Okay, for hire on movies. She tell Willie Taylor that she gonna work with some nigga named Blaze, and you know, Blaze is an old producer she worked with who was sweet on her back in the day and tried to make a move on her. And you know, Willie Taylor don't take that. So he ain't too keen on them working together, but she was just like, don't worry about it, baby. I'm a wife. I'm strong. I know my place. I know what I'm supposed to do. Okay, and I can't have no problem putting him in his place, but it ain't gonna be no shit like that. We good. Don't worry yourself. But Willie Taylor is still worried, you guys. So he get together with Fizz and Soulja Boy. They playing basketball. You know, they gonna just kind of, you know, meeting of the minds, see if they can come to some conclusion about this shit that Willie Taylor is going through. Soulja Boy, he tells us also he and Nia together. Everything is good. And Willie says, we all good too. You know, shit finally lining up. Got this movie or whatnots. But, yeah, the wife, she working with this nigga named Blaze. And, you know, he tried to push up on her back in the day. And I got a problem with it. Okay, what should I do? I said, why the fuck is you asking these two niggas? Okay, Fizz, who spends half of the time humping on damn Nikki Baby's leg like a fucking out of control puppy dog, and Soldier Boy, who every other week is in a fight with Nia, okay, and alternates between loving her and calling her a stupid bitch and a dumbass hoe. Why do you think that you need to get information from these two? What you should do? I mean, child, I guess. So, you know what? Soldier tells him, why don't you just go on down to the studio and just kind of let your presence be known and let them know that you ain't taking this shit. Willie Taylor was like, you know what, you're right. That's what I'm gonna do. So then we see Willie Taylor. He on his way down there. Okay, he walking down the hallway, and Shanda's in the room with Blaze. I was just like, all right, Willie Taylor, don't let this Chocolate City 2 get your ass fucked up. Now that Blaze is a big nigga. Shit. Chocolate City 2 is a movie. Don't get that shit confused tonight. But you'll be proud to know that Willie Taylor says, you know what, I'm going to let my girl do what she got to do. I trust her. So I'm going to go work in the studio myself, book some time, and go work over here. Okay, so it's all good. You know, Shanda, her and Blaze seem to have a pretty good camaraderie going there, and ain't no funny business going on. All of a sudden, the door open, and who should walk in but Kaisha? And who is Kaisha? Well, Kaisha is the old fling of Willie Taylor's. They was together 12 years ago. Okay, Shanda ain't never heard of her or seen her. But let Kaisha tell it. She and Willie Taylor been fucking around ever since, even after they broke up. Kaisha tells us that Willie Taylor is really in love with her. Even when she meets with Shanda, she was just like, girl, he ain't got time for you. Okay, he even tried to leave you when you was pregnant. Okay, throwing all these bombs, you know, these bombs reminiscent of Jocelyn. Except Kaisha got proof. Okay, she got text messages. Willie Taylor saying some shit that's inappropriate, sending out some pictures of him in his boxer or whatnot. Yeah, so now we got receipts. Shanda ain't too happy about that. You know, she said Willie Taylor got her fucked up. So she ain't gonna fight with Kaisha just yet. Okay, she gonna talk to her man. And that is the more mature route. However, you know, the way that fucking Kaisha was talking, bitch, she needed a push or something. That bitch was too fucking cocky for me. But whatever, Kaisha was just like, fine, go on and talk to your man. You can call him. Call him on down here. We can all talk. You know, put it out on the table right now. I said, Mona said, bitch, you ain't doing that today. We got 15 more episodes that we gotta film. We ain't bringing the drama just this early. Kaisha got a lot to learn, child. She knew. But Shanda, she does go and have a conversation with her husband by himself. She walks in the studio. She's just like, hey, babe, what's going on? He's all, you know, working on this song, you know, Stuck in Love or some shit like that. She's just like, oh, really? Oh, okay. So, you know, what you been doing? He's just like, what you talking about? And she's just like, what you been doing outside your marriage? Okay, and that's the way the shit ends, so. Looks like the Taylors have taken the sell out your marriage role of the Frost, D-Lo, and Rashida. Okay, so I was just like, boy. What a motherfucker will do to stay on the show, Mona. You ought to be fucking ashamed of yourself, bitch. Child, it's hot as shit in here. Let me go on and get my lunch and get it on back to work. You guys make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. Channel's for itsrox. Everything else I do will be on the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I plan on doing the same. Till next time, Roxstars. Bye.